channel. Today's video is going to be things that I have learned throughout my 20s. So if you are interested in seeing today's video, then just stay tuned. All right, guys, so let's get into it. So there is so many things that I have learned throughout my 20s, but I decided to keep it shorter. So I'm just gonna talk about 10 things that were very important to me. So yeah, we'll start off with that for now. The first one is it's okay to make mistakes. So this is something that I struggled with a lot. I was very hard on myself, and looking back, I wish that I would have gave myself more grace to understand that it's okay to make mistakes, that you're young, you're still learning, you're growing, and every day it's a process. But again, I'm the type of person that I would beat myself up over any mistake that I made. And when I got to the point to realizing that, you know, if I hadn't made these mistakes, I wouldn't be able to learn. I wouldn't be the woman that I am today from learning from mistakes and growing from them. And that's honestly the best thing that you can do in those situations, is learning from them, reflecting on it, and making better decisions going forward. I'm glad that I was able to reflect and look back on mistakes and not beat myself up for it. It's that old saying where you're your own worst critic, and I'm definitely like that with myself, or I was like that with myself more harshly back then. I'm glad that I was able to move past it and realize, you know, you're young, you're figuring things out. Life is about making mistakes. You're going to make more mistakes along the way. It's okay, as long as you don't keep repeating those mistakes. If you're continuously trying to be better and learn from your mistakes. And the best way of learning from mistakes is reflecting on it, taking accountability for it, and moving forward. All right, so number 2, since I mentioned it briefly, is take accountability. It is so important to take accountability. A lot of the things that I did for myself is reflecting on things that I've done throughout my life. I acknowledge the fact that I wasn't making the best decisions when it came to loads of different situations. You can't point the finger at anyone else. You can't blame anyone else for anything. You have to take accountability for your action. I decided to get a journal where I wrote down all of the mistakes that I made. I wrote down just everything. And that was my way of reflecting on it, reading it back to myself. And I have my journal here. This is my journal. So in my journal, I'm not going to show my mistakes that I wrote, but this is my journal, and in my journal I have a list of all of mistakes, things that I made through decisions that I made throughout my life. And yeah, like I said, I read them back to myself and soaked it all in. I just soaked it back all in, and it was definitely hard. One of the things I would say, I feel like it's definitely hard for people to call themselves out or take accountability. Writing it down for me was a way that I was able to put myself in check, in a way. Put myself in check and force myself to take accountability, because I want to be a better person each and every day. In doing so, I felt that this was a good idea for me, was to write things down. I would definitely recommend it for anyone to get a journal, write things down, and just absorb it, reflect on it. Definitely help you along the way. So I recommend that for you. Kind of lost track on what I'm on. Oh, okay, we're on 3. So number 3, don't be afraid to cut people, places, and things out of your life. So it's funny because when I was writing this one down, it made me instantly think of the times where I would have family and friends tell me, Naomi, you're just always so quick to just cut anyone off, or like cut anybody out of your life, or whatever the situation is, right? And looking back, I used to look at it as like a negative, but now I see it as a positive in a way, because I've always been the type of person to protect myself, and especially even more now. But I love peace and I bring peace into other people's lives, or anyone that has an interaction with me. It's going to be peaceful. And so if I am not receiving that from any person, any place, whatever it is, I'm going to remove myself. And that's just a way of protecting myself. Some people may see it as being cold or whatever, harsh. I never seen it that way. I feel like it depends on how you go about it. Every situation is different, but for me, I'm just the type of person where I give so much love and loyalty to people that I just don't have time for the bullshit. I am very quick to just remove anything out of my life if it is not serving me for my highest good. And I'm okay with that. I have a very good heart, and I mean well by people, and I love seeing people happy. And when you're that type of person, it's easy for you to be taken advantage of. So yeah, I just got to the point where I look back on certain situations throughout my life, whether it was friendships, family, romantic situations, I'm cutting it all out. I'm okay with being a lone wolf. And yeah, it's something that I had to realize earlier on, that it is okay to be alone and by yourself, and protect yourself, to protect yourself and to protect your energy. And that's what I'm all about now, is protecting my peace, protecting my energy, protecting myself. I love myself. I'm really happy when I was able to come to the conclusion that it was never a negative of you. It was never to be seen as a negative. You're not cold for cutting people, places, and things out of your life. All right, so number 4, it is okay to be wrong. So I have never been the type of person where I've tried to always be right in situations, but the reason why I included this one is because just looking back, and again through doing a lot of self-reflecting, I was wrong in a lot of situations. Now that I'm taking accountability for things and wanting to be even more of a better person, I was able to learn that when you're wrong about things, you learn something. For example, not too long ago, I was talking to my mom about, what was I talking to her about? Whatever. I said something along the lines of, yeah, money is the root of all evil. And my mom then corrected me and said, no, money is not the root of all evil. Money can actually be used for good things. It's the love of money that becomes evil. In that moment, I could have went back and forth with her, or thought like I knew what I was talking about, whatever. But in that moment of just being quiet and listening to what she said, I came to realize, yes, she's absolutely right. And it's kind of like one of those light bulb moments. In that moment too, also I acknowledge that I learned something, that when you're wrong, you're wrong. It's okay. Reflect on the situation so you can see what you can learn from it. All right, number 5, it's okay to say no. I definitely have people-pleasing tendencies. I am just the type of person where I love to make people happy. I love seeing people happy. I love pouring love into people. I love love. I have definitely had a lot of situations where I've said yes to things that I should have said no to. And I am happy that I am at a point in my life where I do not give two fucks. Okay, I am happy that I'm at a point in my life that I don't care about saying no, and I don't feel bad about it. I'm not gonna let anybody make me feel guilty for saying no. I have to think about myself first, and I have to think about what makes me happy. I can't allow myself to be taken advantage of. And like I said, when you want to see people happy, when you want to pour so much love and you're just so giving and just all of that, you tend to get taken advantage of. And it's sad, but in a way, that's when you have to realize as a person that you have to say no to things, and you cannot allow someone to make you feel guilty for saying no. You have to, again, protect yourself. And that's something that I had to step into, was saying a firm no. No is a complete sentence. I'm very happy that I got to that point into my life where I take the time to really sit and think about things. And if it doesn't sound right for me, if it's something that I'm not comfortable with, then the answer is no, and that's it. Need a water break. Got water on my lip. All right, number 6, love yourself first, no matter what. I cannot tell you how important self-love is, and I am so happy that I am at a stage in my life where I have been pouring so much love into myself. Looking back, I thought that I was in a stage of self-love, and I definitely wasn't. It's okay, because I think we can all relate to a point in our lives where we've just been pouring so much love into somebody, whether it's friends, family, whatever, and we neglect ourselves. One of the ways that I decided going forward, that I decided to pour love into myself, was doing things that truly make me happy. And one of those things that I started is journaling. So I'll show you guys these. In my journal, I have a list of all of the I ams. So everything that I feel about myself that I am, just positive affirmations that I have wrote about myself. And anytime that I feel that I am sad or I'm feeling down, I go back to reading these because I wrote it. This is how I feel about myself. Some of the things that I wrote down is that I am beautiful, I am worthy, I am strong, I am wise, I'm fun, I'm kind, I'm positive, I'm trustworthy, I'm one of a kind, I'm brave. I love going back and reading this in those moments where I get in that space, because it definitely helped me. Also, just getting out in nature. I love being outside. I love going out for walks, and specifically like power walks, and just putting my AirPod in and playing some music. I love cleaning around my home. I also love cooking. So those are things that are very therapeutic for me and make me happy. I love going to get my nails done, going to get my hair done. I love going to get massages, going to the chiropractor. So those are just little ways that I pour love into myself. Oh, and I love doing my own feet. So doing my own pedicure. So I have like my own like setup here. I love taking the time to exfoliate my skin, do my feet, cut my nails, take my cuticles off, all of that. I love pouring into myself and taking care of myself. Those are things that makes me happy and just pours love back into me. Yeah, it makes me feel so good. Very crucial to love yourself and to pour that love back into yourself. It's very important. And yeah, I'm just so happy that I have implemented that in my life, and just doing all the things that make me happy and make me feel loved, because the best love comes from yourself. That would be my advice to anybody. Definitely recommend writing positive affirmations down and doing things that make you truly happy, make you feel loved. Even if you like, even saying things in the mirror to yourself, there is another form of pouring love into yourself. All right, number 7, never let them know your next move. So I had to learn the hard way when it came to telling people that I felt that I could trust anything that I had going on in my life, any goals, any plans. I definitely learned to keep things private. It doesn't matter who it is. I am fortunate that I have people in my life that I trust without a doubt, and but I still feel it's so important to keep things to yourself. You're not obligated to tell anybody anything. You don't have to. And sometimes the best thing to do is to keep any plans, any goals, anything that you're trying to do in life. If you want to talk to anybody, talk to God, talk to Jesus. Sometimes the best thing to do is just stay silent. I had to realize that God wanted me to step into a season of shutting up. And it wasn't until I realized that I found myself getting very angry when I would have people that I thought I could trust trying to be in competition with me, stealing my ideas, beat me to things. And in my mind, I'm thinking, this is someone that I could trust. This is someone that I love, that I care about. But you just never know what other people's intentions are and what other people are dealing with, or how other people see you. So it's always best to just keep things to yourself and just stay silent, build with God, and leave it at that. Just shut up. And it wasn't until I realized that I was the one that was causing myself to be angry, to be upset, is because I was talking about things that I should have just kept to myself, that I should have just talked about with God, talked about with Jesus. I definitely had to learn the hard way, but I definitely learned it. It's sad, but again, it's another form of taking accountability and realizing that you're allowing yourself to be upset, to be angry for placing your trust into people when God has already showed you who this person is and that you can't trust them, and you're still sharing things that you shouldn't be sharing. Number 8, keep friends and family out of your business, or anyone out of your business. This kind of goes into number 7 of never let them know your next move. Not everyone wants to see you happy. Not everyone wants to see you winning. Some people only want you to see you doing good, but when it's not better, but not better than them. So I had to realize again to stop sharing, because even regardless if it's friends, family member, it really does not matter. Sometimes the closest people to you are the ones that hurt you the most. A lot of people will say things and will act out of jealousy. I learned that God will allow you to go through the same situation over and over until you take the lesson or learn the lesson from it, until you self-reflect and accept it and to take accountability. You're going to go through the same situation over and over until you learn from it. And it wasn't until I got fed up and I was tired of repeating the same situations, the same mistakes, dealing with the same scenarios, that I decided to reflect on it and learn, because I didn't want to keep going through the same thing over and over and over. So that's why all of these go hand in hand with taking accountability, saying no, cutting people, places, and things out of your life. You will keep going. Literally, God will allow you to literally go in a merry-go-round with the same situation until you learn. Number 9, always trust your intuition. I have had my moments looking back where I did not listen to my intuition, and when I did listen to my intuition. So I'm proud of myself, and yeah, then I'm not so proud of myself in other times. I am a very intuitive type of person. I always used to joke around and say that I feel like sometimes that I can be a little psychic or whatever, because looking back, I definitely prevented myself from getting into situations where it could have turned bad. Then there were other situations as well where I didn't listen to my intuition, and that led to bad decisions. All that to say, always trust your intuition, without a doubt, because that is when God, Jesus, Holy Spirit is trying to guide you and to direct you on a different path, trying to help you with whatever situation that's happening for you in your life. And I wish I would have made smarter decisions. I wish I would have trusted my intuition. It's okay, because again, we're learning, we're growing, and we're not going to stay stuck and dwell on the past. We're just going to grow and become stronger from it. But now I know the importance of always trusting your intuition, no matter what, and taking the time to pause and listen and to trust yourself. And if something doesn't truly feel right, then you need to trust it. And if something does feel absolutely right and you feel so much confidence about it, then go for it. So, but it's really about taking that pause and reflecting and taking a moment of silence and to just really trust within yourself, because that's when you'll receive that clarity. All right, this is the last one. This is number 10. This is certainly not least. The last one is always trust in God. Trust in Jesus. Trust in the Holy Spirit. Always put your trust in the Most High. I am so happy that I started my spiritual journey. I have created a relationship with God, with Jesus, with Holy Spirit. It feels amazing because I feel so powerful. I feel so strong, and I'm still learning. Every day is a process. I'm still learning things. But I just feel I'm so happy now because I didn't have that relationship before in the past with God or with Jesus. And I'm glad that I have that now. And so that is just something that I wish I had back then throughout my 20s. Or I wish I knew everything that I know now that I didn't know back then. Because I feel so happy now, and I'm just so blessed and grateful that I have a relationship with God and with Jesus and the Holy Spirit. And yeah, I would definitely recommend it to anyone, because even in my moments where I was asking what I should do with my life, asking for clarity for things, now I know that I can turn to God and I can ask for clarity, that I have the support, and that I'm not alone. I just want to end the video off with that. But if you guys are still here from watching this video, thank you so much for watching. I am so grateful for each and every one of you for just liking my video, viewing the video, subscribing. Thank you so much. I'm truly so grateful. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below, because I want to start talking to people. My channel is very small, obviously, because I'm just starting off, but I want to start talking to people, building connections with people. And again, thank you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.